First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tonight, hey, come on now. Check, crunch. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
SOS. 80. Check. 49. Check 49.
To throw is Rosen. That'll be complete to Cook. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 13. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Double. Shift. Alert.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down.
54 Mike. It's a party now.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Throwing here, Trubisky. It's complete. It's Miller. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Trubisky to throw again. Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kalen Balaj. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen trying to let into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Hey, zoom.
Mike's 5-4.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own, and to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Lock in. We ain't giving up nothing. Hey, exit.
He's checking. Crash.
Alert.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Hey, let's get off the field.
Now Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Watch the ship.
Alert.
Check, 55.
Hey, Haywood.
Don't get nervous. Deuce.
Ran.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good headed scheme going.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. First down, a run with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 11 yards out as the Bears push further out in front.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check three.
Toss play, Kamara. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
25, check 25.
Here's Rosen to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky, looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's a run with Balaj, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Balaj with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, alert, alert. 180. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Check out.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And that's caught by Smith. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
57, Mike, 57. Let's go, D. Let's go. 57's Mike. Mike.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
I don't think you got it, son. Check 26, check 26.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Now he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Trubisky to throw. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Robinson with a big catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Check down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
56. Mike.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let him know.
Now Balaj. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Strip that ball.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Second and 7 at the Saints' 8-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Check.
Here's Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 5. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 28-0.
Bears 28, Saints nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rosen will throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw is Rosen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. And the Steelers have scored yet again, really opening that one up. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And shedding through the tackle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Ballage, 52 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here I come. Kill. Jumper.
Hey, alert.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Whip. Watch the whip. No. Off. Motion.
They run it with Balaj. And he's got some space here. The 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Balaj taking it in as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
42. Saints, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. Airing it out deep for Smith. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Hey, it's our house. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shoot! Rock it.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Look at me. Go. Ready?
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Let's do it.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Hatchet. General West.
Safe. Hey, switch gears. Shit.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Right there. All day, baby.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Tighten up.
Look. Squeeze.
Slam.
5.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Go on.
They'll try and run with Delage. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. Delage again. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another.